Good evening and hello from Spartan Soccer Complex in downtown San Jose, California. It's a cold Thursday night, but time for some Mountain West women's soccer action. Thanks for joining us tonight on YouTube, a new endeavor for the Spartan Digital Network. Thanks for tuning in, as we got a good one tonight. San Jose State hosting the UNLV Rebels, two teams that, well, at the start of the year you thought San Jose State, well, they were picked to go second in the Mountain West Conference. They're not there. UNLV in match day number 7 picked to finish 5th in the conference in a two-way tie with Wyoming in the coaches poll. They're not there either. And both sides on the outside looking in with just 5 matches, including this one, left to play before the regular season ends and the Mountain West Conference tournament commences in Boise, Idaho. And right now the Spartans and the Rebels both would be watching from home. San Jose State maybe a little bit more of a surprise, a team that was champions of the Mountain West Conference and won the very tournament that they would be missing. They won it a season ago when it was here in San Jose. And right now the Spartans sitting on 7 points, 2-3-1 in conference action, 4-7-3 overall. But for the Spartans, this is a very opportune weekend for San Jose State to move up in the standings. UNLV, one of the teams below them in the table, 1-5-0, just 3 points in conference play, and that was the last time out for the Rebels. A 2-0 win at home over Colorado College last weekend. And after the Rebels depart tonight, San Jose State will play host to Nevada on Sunday, and the Wolfpack, one of the other teams below San Jose State in the table. So the Spartans with the opportunity to get 6 points from teams below them in the standings, and for San Jose State getting points, something they're hurting for. Their last 2 matches were played on the road last weekend, the I-25 corridor in the northern part of the Mountain Division. Just 1 out of a possible 6, a 0-0 draw at Wyoming for San Jose State last weekend, and then a 2-1 loss at Colorado State. Not where the Spartans thought they would be, but they still have 5 matches left to go, and after this weekend for the Spartans, it gets real, as they say. Matches at New Mexico and at San Diego State before finishing at home against Fresno. We are underway from San Jose. The Spartans in the white shirts, white shorts, white socks, blue trim. San Jose State written across the front. UNLV in the red, red, and red with white trim. UNLV written across the front. Black with white lettering. UNLV overall 4-10 under 6th-year head coach Chris Shaw. We'll get to the lineups as we go along. UNLV right on the ball there is Lourdes Bosch, the freshman midfielder. 3 goals for UNLV this year. Just a 5'1" freshman, but has racked up the goals in the early going, and that's really what UNLV has needed this season. A team that a year ago scored 35, but their top 2 goal scorers, Kayla Brinkman, Caitlin Kreutz, both graduated. And altogether, 20 of the 35 goals that UNLV had a season ago no longer on the squad. Early corner kick for San Jose State. Moving from right to left. Headed out of the box easily, though. Phoebe Raposa gets a swing at it and volleys it right into the waiting arms of the goalkeeper, Emberly Sevilla, a sophomore from Las Vegas, 5'7", second-year keeper Sevilla, who started every match last year for UNLV. Just a second freshman to start a season opener. Had 100 saves last season, was very busy for UNLV, a team that's looking to get back to the conference tournament for the first time in a couple seasons when they last won it. But right now, UNLV can look at the rest of the conference, and all they have to do is look up, because everybody above them in the standings, 5 losses to start conference action before a much-needed 2-0 win over Colorado College who sees themselves right on that deciding line in 6th with 5 matches left to play, including this. This is match day number 7. One other game going on tonight. Everybody else will play their 7th conference match tomorrow. Cross comes into the box and headed free into the corner.
Step up! Out of the box!
Fresno State hosting Nevada. That's the other match going on tonight down in the Central Valley. I mentioned that it's a little bit chilly here in San Jose. 61. Wind chill of 59. It is a very humid night in the heart of Silicon Valley. Sun already set for the most part off in front of us to the right. Free kick coming for the Spartans. Goes to the edge of the box. Jenny Roscoe tried to get ahead on it, could not find a knock, and it's free. Natalia Nava interrupts the opportunity for UNLV. Rebels looking for their first win over the Spartans in 4 seasons. San Jose State won the match here last time these teams played 2 years ago. Rebels needed that win. Looked like they were on their way to a first place in the Mountain West Conference. Led that match 2-0 before the Spartans scored thrice in about 12 minutes in the second half. And a foul. Well, they'll just give it to the corner. It's a slight collision, but the ball is slid out for a corner kick. Corner kick number 2 for San Jose State, pushed away by Sevilla. That came straight in by the corner. Deflection, and Sevilla knocks over a Spartan to punch that one away, double-fisted. So right away, Amberly Sevilla called into action. She'll need to make another response as this one goes off the crossbar, punched up by the keeper, and she gets help from the bar. That was headed on goal, I believe, by Sabrina Weidman. Leading goal scorer for the Spartans with 3. And Sevilla enlisting the help of the woodwork behind her. Now UNLV looking for their first opportunities. Well, the Spartan midfield suffocating on that counterattack. Spartans 1-0 winners over UNLV last year in Las Vegas. For San Jose State, scoring goals, something that they've had trouble with this season as well. Just 8 goals scored in 14 matches. Lauren Hansen coached squads always in San Jose have been defensive minded. But goals have been hard to come by for San Jose State, but Sabrina Weidman, a freshman, with 3 this year to lead the way. And a clattering collision. Natalia Nava bowls over a Rebel. Around a Reyes hit the deck. And now this will be the first opportunity for UNLV. Spartans setting up their wall. Nava along with Weidman and Carly James waiting for the Katie Balu free kick. All the traffic to the far side of the 18. Balu wearing the captain's armband, sends one in, and it's immediately headed by Kristen Jamiroquai. There were some red shirts in the vicinity, but it was Jamiroquai rose to it to knock it away. Spartans starting forward. There's Jamiroquai on the ball, playing up high. She can play all over the field. Weidman gets James on a run on the left side. Back across, trying to switch to play towards the middle, and it's knocked away. Counter just going right up the middle. Ariana Romero coming way out of her box to play it. 8th minute of play here in San Jose. Spartans and Rebels, an important match for both sides. Becerra after a steal. Feeds it on the ground to Weidman. Left-footed shot is off the top of the crossbar. Looked like maybe that was going to sail way over. Knuckled down and just got a piece of the bar. Second time the Spartans have hit a post. And Jamiroquai off the head and the goal. That came in from far, and Kristen Jamiroquai got just enough of her noggin on it. 1-0 San Jose State. That is the danger of Kristen Jamiroquai. The senior from Bakersfield has scored plenty of goals. That's her 7th. And she's been able to play
Spartan goal in the 8th minute.
Up front as a target forward, like just previously shown, but usually her spot is right in the middle of the back line.
Spartan goal for
so Jamiroquai playing up top tonight still. And she's got the first one for San Jose State in the 8th minute. Darian Reed the assist on the marker. For Reed, that's her first career point. 1-0 San Jose State on a beauty of a flick header by Kristen Jamiroquai. She's back on it again. Weidman on a counter. A little too long looking for Becerra, and the flag is up on the far side anyway. That's Joel Lind. The AR way over on the other side of the field. Alex Marquand will see the assistant ref on the near side. Manny Uche, the 4th official. Kristen Patterson, the center ref tonight. Spartans playing with the lead, 1-0 the score. There's Bosch. Shouldered off of it and then stolen away by Reed. This is the 9th goal scored by San Jose State this year. And mentioned the goal scoring troubles that UNLV has had. They've also given up plenty. That's the 31st goal they've conceded this year. Although they did give up an 8 spot to one of the top teams in the country in North Carolina. Played 2 matches in the Research Triangle earlier in the year at Duke. Played the Blue Devils and also played the Tar Heels. Gave up 11 goals in those 2 matches. Spartans from the corner. Weidman into the 18. And Weidman loses her footing while putting forth a effort that can only develop a smile. Tried to get it towards the goal and, well, it was wide by about 40 feet. Nava through the midfield, has it taken away. But James from the left back spot gets it back. Now Reed pushing it forward, deflected away. She gets it back. Now Carly Potteroff. Chip towards the middle, Jamiroquai the goal scorer. Played on the ground looking for Weidman, but was behind her intended target. And UNLV takes it away. Reyes through midfield. Knocks it forward, but too long right into the waiting hands of Romero. Romero has played every minute in goal for San Jose State this year. The sophomore transfer originally from Hercules. Played her freshman season at Seattle University. And a family connection. Her older brother Jeremy was a San Jose State men's soccer player for a couple years, 2016 and 2017. Potteroff from the 18, lets one rip. And Sevilla rises just a little bit off of her heels to get to it. Potteroff had way too much space for comfort there. Right in the semicircle on top of the area, and was able to collect the pass and turn and fire. But Sevilla made the save. Nava trips up Reyes, and a free kick for UNLV from right in the middle of the field. 1-0 Spartans. On the goal at the tail end of the 8th minute by Jamiroquai. Balu standing back over a free kick, around 30 yards out. Gets it into the box. It does take a bounce off a UNLV head. It's loose, and Romero able to dive to her right. Kind of a half-hearted shot from the edge of the 6. Rebels starting to churn out some opportunities. Spartans have had the better of the attack overall. Nice connection passing. Now James into the area, puts it into the middle, and it's cleared away. Kenna Sullivan holding on to it, shielding off defenders. Balu to her left. Rebels really building this attack. First time we've seen them take their time moving things forward. Have had plenty of counters thus far. And a pass into the box deflected away by Potteroff. Chipped forward by Jamiroquai. James interrupts that pass opportunity. Rebels, for the most part, have really only been employing long passes, and the Spartans have been able to cut it out in every level of the field. Now Becerra. Walking forward on her defender. Chips one up. Headed away by Balu.
Weak side, America!
Spartans still have it, and Balu again. Chipped forward. Rebels looking for some speed. Bosch on the ball. Played forward, and the flag is up.
Malika, you and Katie 7 and 10, right?
Wilson slid over a little bit and up. Was able to catch the Rebels offside. That was Sullivan. th minute. Spartans with the 1-goal lead on the Jamiroquai marker in the 8th. They've started down in the Central Valley, Fresno State and Nevada, no score. Wolfpack and Bulldogs As long as the Spartans are able to get 3 points tonight, just another night to root against Fresno State, which is usually the norm in San Jose. Shot comes in, cleared off the line by Potteroff. Romero came out to approach the shot and it just got by her, but Potteroff was there to clear it away. And then a hard challenge sends a Rebel to the ground. But with Fresno State currently sitting in 5th on 10 points, Spartans still have a match against the Bulldogs. That will be the last game of the regular season, and it will be here on November 1st. But any opportunity to gain ground will be great, as Carly James is bent over outside the 18. The shot came in, and Romero was able to make the grab and didn't see what happened. By the time that free kick was taken, Carly James was already with her head buried in the ground. So she will come off. All right, they'll let her stay on. They're not quite sure. James maybe just had the wind knocked out of her for a moment, but up and moving and seems to be all right. Back to action as Potteroff heads it forward, but not sure who the intended target was for that head. It didn't look like it was a pass of any kind, but the flag still came up. Spartans with the edge in goals, as well as shots and shots on target. A 1-0 lead to go with 4 shots and 3 on target. Rebels have just 1, and it was a save by Romero. Nava an interception. Chugging through the midfield, still on it, plays it on the ground, looking to get it through to Jamiroquai, and that's cut out nicely on the back line by Alyssa Granados.
Open up a little higher, Ari.
Sullivan hassled by Raposa. Flicks it over, there's James to knock it away. That'll roll out right in front of us. We are field level here in San Jose. If it's your first time joining us for a San Jose State broadcast, we're at the beautiful patch of grass that is Spartan Soccer Complex, the shadows of Seth Hughes Stadium in downtown San Jose. Out amongst the elements, it is a balmy 59 degrees. Temperature is expected to drop a few degrees more. And yes, we are Californians. 59 is not that cold. Knocked away Sullivan off of Raposa. Phoebe Raposa has been a positive revelation for the Spartans, a freshman from Scotts Valley. Started almost every match, all but one, for San Jose State on the back line, and has done a good job filling up the center back role. Has partnered a couple times with Jada Wilson, has partnered a couple times with Kristen Jamiroquai. And Raposa, a positive future. Nearly 1,200 minutes played as a Spartan in her freshman season. Official time of that first goal, 7:57. So as much towards the end of the 8th minute as possible. Nearly. Becerra back and forth with Weidman and Jamiroquai. Jamiroquai trying to spring Becerra and gets it behind her. Kristen Jamiroquai playing up top, really not too out of the prototype of Daryl Franklin, who graduated last year from San Jose State, and that was kind of her role too. She was a stalwart on the back line, and that was what she came to the team as, but also had the opportunity to play up top as the target forward for the Spartans. Ended up scoring 20 goals in her 4-year career with the program. Jamiroquai not quite there. Her marker tonight, her 7th. Smack in the middle of her senior season as a Spartan.
Yes, he did.
But an effective part of the attack when utilized as such. Play it all the way out for a goal kick. Halfway through the opening 45, 1-0 Spartans on the Jamiroquai goal. Darian Reed with her her first career point. Spartans down the stretch. After tonight, they play another team below them in the standings, at least as we stand right now, in Nevada on Sunday. Opportunity for the Spartans as Becerra on the edge of the 18. James triggers it on the ground, and it's cleared away.
5-4, 5-7, and 17 for 19.
Brought forward by Bosch. A foul eventually called. Bosch tried to stay on her feet best she could. Was leaned all the way over. Stayed to her feet, and advantage was called until finally she was pushed off of it. First 2 subs ready to enter for UNLV. Potteroff coming forward. On the ground for Jamiroquai. Now James. Looking for service. Sends it in, and it's behind the backdoor run. Could not tell. I think that was Orozco who tried to take that back post run straight to goal, but could not find the ball.
McKenna Sullivan.
First 2 substitutions, Sullivan and Marcum check out. Stella Brooks into the match for UNLV, along with Taylor Clark. Brooks, a freshman from Las Vegas. Clark, also a Las Vegas native. The high schools of Las Vegas well represented on this UNLV roster. Brooks from Coronado High, as are several freshmen on this team. Taylor Clark from Clark High School. Bosch pulls down the goal kick, played back to Reyes. Brooks, the recent sub, a couple touches, and it's cleared out onto the UNLV bench. And another substitution for
UNLV,
the Rebels,
checking in
Darian Gambetta
Number 32 tonight, Darian Gambetta. For number 18.
will come in for Reyes. Gambetta, can't tell if the camera picked that up, wearing the jersey number 32, but on the shorts number 9. That is the roster number. But it is Gambetta nonetheless for UNLV. Another Las Vegas native. Becerra on the ground looking for Potter off, and it goes too long, right into the hands of Sevilla. Gambetta, junior, transferred after her freshman season at Cal State Bakersfield. Played off the arm of Jada Wilson. Not too many decisions thus far for Kristen Patterson to make, and though she will at the very least bring Wilson in for a conversation now. I think had it just been the handball, that would have been fine, but it was the extracurriculars after the whistle sounded. Booting the ball anywhere. A free kick right into the hands of the keeper, Romero. Easily handled. 28th minute in San Jose. Spartans lead 1-0 on the goal by Kristen Jamiroquai. Shots 5-1 and 4-1 on target in favor of the Spartans. Becerra on a counter into the 18, looking to turn with it, and she's met by solid defense. Still able to hold on to it after a couple tackles. Feeds Jamiroquai in the box and cleared away again. The back line of UNLV doing some work. Dangerous scoring opportunity for Jamiroquai Becerra. And then Kristen Jamiroquai, and not even a shot attempt. Deflected off the hands of Brooks. Raposo will take the free kick for the Spartans. Just 7 fouls through 28.5 minutes of this match. Spartans have committed 5. They have the only 2 corners tonight as well.
Come on, Red. Come on, Red.
Played in softly to Sevilla. The Spartans really have been pressing a lot more than we're used to seeing from this side. As Wilson plays it back to Romero. And Romero all the way up the field with the boot, looking for Becerra, and it's the opposite keeper who gets to it. Spartans usually a little bit more measured with their passing.
Oh.
But tonight, a lot more service from outside.
Sorry.
And a lot more long passes straight ahead. Balu through the middle. Bosch, a nice first touch to bring it forward to herself, and then loses it in the feet of 3 Spartans. Raposa back to Romero. Last few minutes for UNLV have been much different than what we saw in the early portion. The energy there. It is a cold night.
Number 27, Izzy Perez is in for number 2.
UNLV deals with cold just as this area does. Desert not always hot. Izzy Perez into the match for UNLV, as Josie DeCunzo will take a seat. Perez, a freshman, local player out of San Ramon. Down an hour 15, hour 20 northeast of here.
Tay, drop off a bit, Tay.
Perez, one of the freshmen with a goal. Alyssa Casso has 2. Haven't seen Casso yet tonight. It's kind of been all hands on deck for UNLV, and well, if you see the field and you play up front, needed to score. Perez got hers against Northern Arizona back on September the 20th. Headed onto the edge of the box, but nobody on the other end of it. And Jaden Noguez, very demonstrative with her disappointment. She got the head on it, was hassled in the process, but there were no Rebel players in the vicinity of the one header. Nava on the ground. Becerra tried to feed Weidman, who kind of got eaten by the turf monster. Becerra back heel to Weidman, looking to feed Potteroff. Hit taken away. Now Perez, the fellow freshman Bosch. Brooks, one strong touch, taken away by Wilson. Bosch wins it back. Bosch on the ground, looking for Brooks, and too strong. So at the very least, from a goal-scoring standpoint, the future of this UNLV side bright. Lourdes Bosch, Izzy Perez, Alyssa Casso, 6 goals between them, all freshmen.
Taylor, drop a little tight.
And for a team that scored 11 this year, they have players that'll be around for a while and know how to find the back of the net. A double positive. The other goals for UNLV this year have come from seniors Katie Balu, McKenna Sullivan, and junior Jaden Noguez.
Taylor, drop!
Potteroff, a couple of swings over it just to shake a defender. Now Jamiroquai was left wide alone and has it dispossessed. Now Bosch runs into Reed, switches to the near side. Perez, play it out. Brooks, headed down by Bosch to the corner, but taken away by the Spartans. Weidman takes it away. Jamiroquai, Becerra leads Jamiroquai too far. Now Brooks, she'll try it goal. There's Romero on the other end of that rainbow of a shot. Brooks, I don't think meant to get underneath that ball as much as she did, had a go at it and just kind of arced it softly on Romero, hoping it would knuckle on its way. It did not. Romero, the easy grab.
America!
Clock will stop as collision at the area right outside the 18-yard box. It's Katie Balu holding the back of her head. Balu back to her feet.
Why? Oh, yeah.
Spartans with the 1-goal lead on the Jamiroquai marker back in the 8th minute. Things have normalized since then. The Spartans with the better of the attack for the first 20 or so minutes, but UNLV has turned it around and made this far more of an even contest.
For UNLV.
Have not found the tying goal yet.
He's not subbing. Go back in.
So Balu ready to re-enter upon the waving by Patterson. She's back in, but chasing the play. Here's Potteroff on the edge of the 18. In on goal, and there's the save by Sevilla. Diving to her right, makes the stop. Kind of a chunk swing by Potteroff. James comes off the back line to swing that one away. Forward again, but Jamiroquai beaten to the ball.
Rob Katie. Ty J. Bird. Is
Noguez at midfield. And not too often in the women's game you see players as tall as Jaden Noguez, 6'1". Here's Brooks, gets around Raposa. Brooks still with it. Right-footed shot, takes a deflection. Romero keeps it on the right side of the line. Was always going wide after the deflection off a Spartan defender. But Romero saving that one from going out for a corner kick. Spartans on the cusp of making a trio of changes. And here they are. Bella Bowers, Gabriela Hurtado, Maddie Toomer.
Number 9, Gabriela.
All checking in for San Jose State.
19, Maddie Toomer.
Coming out of the match, Sabrina Weidman,
Number 7,
Jamiroquai Becerra, and
number
Carly
10,
Potteroff.
Sabrina Weidman. And number 23, Jamiroquai Becerra.
Bowers, a junior from Murrieta. He's played in every match this year for the Spartans. Hurtado, a important player in the middle for San Jose State. This is her 9th match of the year. And Maddie Toomer, a freshman from Bakersfield, playing for the 7th time in the Spartan shirt. Right after the sub, Spartan's still with it. And it's played in an offside position to Jamiroquai. They're still scoreless down in Fresno, 38th minute. Nevada and Fresno State. Spartans as much as ever, for those that are scoreboard watching, hoping for a Fresno State loss. Spartans with a win tonight and a Fresno State loss would be level with the Bulldogs going into Sunday. Cross comes in. It's knocked once and cleared away by Hurtado. Gabriela Hurtado saved that one from trickling towards the goal very dangerously. Was headed at a yawning goal mouth by Perez. Romero was out of the picture, and Hurtado came back to just swing that one away with her left foot. Opportunities growing for the Rebels. Brooks just have a go at it. Easily stopped with the orange-footed boots of Romero. Just to use up a little bit more time. Just about 6 minutes remain in this force in this first half. Hurtado on the ground for Jamiroquai. Jamiroquai towards goal, left-footed shot. Just spins around as it deflects off a defender. Raposa keeps into the attacking half. Reed. Bowers, Hurtado. Taken away.
Second ball, Sal!
Foul from behind by Bowers on Katie Balu. Free kick goes into the box, but there forward is Romero. No traffic on the other end of that ball. Bosch plays it forward. Perez had one touch on it, and then Raposa just snuffed it out. Played in the open space, and it's out for a Spartan throw. Thrown into Jamiroquai. Bonnie's it down. Bowers, too soft the first touch, but steals it away. Bowers on the ground.
That looks like somebody at the Unlv office down. Is it hot? If it's hot, I want queso too. It's gonna be cold.
Open up!
Played towards goal. Spartans looking for a turnover. James pinching forward to get to it, but can't get there. Hurtado there for assistance. And out for a UNLV sub. And here comes Alyssa Casso, the freshman from Henderson.
For UNLV, number 20.
Coronado High School graduate.
17, right?
Three freshmen
Number 11.
joining this Chris Shaw coached side, all from Coronado for this year. Casso along with Heather Mitchell and Haley Musey. Casso, the only one who's seen the field, and she's scored twice. All 12 times she's played, now this the 13th, have been as a reserve. But doesn't matter, starter or substitute, goals are goals.
Gotta go, Taylor!
Here come the Spartans. Roscoe can't get her cross attempt through. Out for a throw, and she'll take it. An upending and a foul against the Spartans as Reed went flying over the back of Bosch. Two of the more diminutive players on the field. Bosch and Reed both just 5'1". Romero back towards middle. Headed backwards and forcing Sevilla to get into the action. Nava a touch in midfield. Reed, the assist on the Jamiroquai goal, sends it forward. But back towards the circle again. It's kind of a jump ball the last minute or so. Teams haven't had more than just one touch.
Spartan subs with 1 minute remaining in the half. Number 16, Leola Amanoni.
When you hear the cheers for the Spartans,
13, Sylvia Sloss.
or from the Spartan bench, checking into the match for the first time this year, Leola Amanoni, junior from Palo Alto, an important part of the Spartans team last year and the year before. Amanoni playing her first action of the year coming back from an injury. She's in for Orozco as the first half ticks to a close. Amanoni, 31st time she's suited up for San Jose State, and the first time this year. An important midfielder.
10.
Can play midfield,
9,
can play
8,
anywhere on the back
7,
line as well.
6,
She
5,
tries to get it towards Hurtado. It's intercepted, and that's the end
0.
of the first half.
Here's San Jose State Spartans 1 and the UNLV.
So we didn't have to wait long for a marker. It was 7:57, the end of the 8th minute. Kristen Jamiroquai, her second goal of the year, 7th as a Spartan. San Jose State peppering Sevilla with 5 shots on target, 7 shots overall. UNLV 4 on target, and those are all 4 shots they've taken. But at the break, San Jose State on the right side of the scoreline. San Jose State 1, UNLV 0. Halftime here from San Jose. This is Spartan Women's Soccer on the Spartan Digital Network tonight on YouTube. Welcome back to Spartan Soccer Complex in downtown San Jose on the Spartan Digital Network tonight on the YouTubes. Jess Canaster, happy to be with you as the Spartans on the right side of a 1-0 scoreline halfway through. Kristen Jamiroquai in the 8th minute from Darian Reed, her second of the year. San Jose State with the 1-goal advantage. Forgot to mention in the open a little bit of history on the line tonight for the Spartans and their 6th-year head coach Lauren Hansen, who's 53, 42, and 22 all-time. And that is if she and her squad win tonight, her 54th win, that would make her the winningest head coach in program history, passing Philippe Blin. But that, of course, is still 45 minutes away from happening. Hansen on 53 wins. This is her 6th season in San Jose. She's already taken the Spartans to the NCAA tournament twice. They were the host side for a conference tournament for the first time in not only program history, but in school history. San Jose State Athletics, before the Spartan women's soccer program hosted the Mountain West Conference tournament last year, had never hosted a conference tournament of any kind. And what did the Spartans do? But they were some greedy hosts. They won the whole thing and went to the NCAA tournament. Ultimately lost in the opening round to UCLA, but found themselves in the NCAA tournament for the second time in 3 years, and that a worthy accomplishment in of itself. But ultimately, San Jose State, the next step, at least the next goal for the Spartan coaching staff, as led by Coach Lauren Hansen, is not just to go to the NCAA tournament and get the dancing shoes on, but wear out those shoes, dance around for a few rounds, find themselves in a college cup. And that's a goal that I think the Spartans think is reasonable within the next few years. Certainly have some talented youth now, but it's a matter of keeping those recruits coming in from year to year. Underway here in the second half, UNLV in the all-red kits, San Jose State in the all-white. Rebels moving from right to left in this second half, and right away an opportunity comes on Romero softly. Ariana Romero had to make 4 saves in the first half, as did Emberly Sevilla. Bosch bumped from behind by Darian Reed, and the foul called against the Spartan outside back. Shots were 7-4 in that first half, 5-4 on target. Both numbers favoring San Jose State. Katie Balu swings away at the free kick. Raposa heads it to safety, but UNLV back on it. Spartans really controlled this match for the first 15 or so minutes, but things started to level out slowly but surely. UNLV getting some dangerous opportunities. The one that really caused the Spartans the most stress had to be cleared off the goal line by Gabriela Hurtado. Jamiroquai chips it out wide. James on a run. Carly James into the box, lets one go, and it's off a leg and out. Third trip to the corner flag for San Jose State. Carly Potteroff will take her spot there.
And here's a corner kick for your Spartans.
Well, it won't be Potteroff to take it. She's standing right there for help. Sent into the front post. Jamiroquai was there, but it's headed away by Sevilla. Back towards the box. A collision right in the middle. As A flying shoulder from Darian Reed sends a Rebel to the ground. And the clock will stop as that was a hard challenge. Darian Reed, the undersized player, going into whoever that was for UNLV, and can't speculate as to what it was, but Reed seemed to go in with a shoulder, looking to get a head on it, and two players going for the ball, and led to that collision. So we await some medical attention, and right back to her feet is the injured Rebel. Samantha Bailey, the Rebel, shaken up. Only wearing a brace on that right hand.
Samantha Bailey being assisted for UNLV.
But can't tell where the injury is.
Just in case if she's going to come in. If she's not going to come in, then... Okay.
Yes, sir.
Josie DeCunzo in as a temporary injury sub, not an official substitution, so that Bailey can receive the medical attention she needs before deciding if she's going to return or be able to return without it going on the books. Here's Bosch towards goal. There's Romero for the save. Lourdes Bosch has been kept a little quiet thus far, and that's what the Spartans hope for. That is the second shot for the leading goal scorer for UNLV. Here they come again. Spin around in the middle. Bosch on it, bounces off a defender. Takes it wide. And taken away. Played forward by the Spartans, looking for Orozco. Dairies back to her keeper. And towards the middle once more.
Cat, that's you!
Potteroff nods it out to Orozco. Returns the favor up the rail. Back to Potteroff. Dairies plays it away into the corner, but Spartans with some pressure. Now Bosch starting from deep in her own half. Gets it to midfield, runs into Weidman, has it spilled loose, and back to the middle. Rebels pressing here early in the second half.
Katie, one weak side, Katie.
Orozco up to Jamiroquai. Spartans slowing the attack just a bit. Orozco on the ground and knocked free, but Orozco gets the clearing attempt back. Reed, Jamiroquai too soft to touch. Trying to just craft that touch pass a little bit too much. Now the counter. And out for a goal kick. Towards the end of the first half, down in Fresno, the Bulldogs got on the board. Miranda Montanes, the goal, and Fresno State has the 1-0 lead. And if both of these score lines were to hold, Spartans would find themselves still 3 points back of Fresno State, even in matches played. And would be 4 points clear of 10th place Nevada, with the Wolfpack coming in on Sunday. Other matches to be played on this match day number 7 will all take place tomorrow, 4 of them in all. At 2 o'clock Pacific time, Boise State is at Wyoming, Utah State at Colorado State. San Diego State and Air Force later in the day, and New Mexico will round out the night with a trip to Colorado Springs starting at Colorado College. Boise State, the hosts of the conference tournament this year by virtue of winning the regular season last year. Broncos fell in penalty kicks here in San Jose in the semifinal.
Koons is now officially in for Samantha Bailey.
So here over the public address system, the Kunzo substitution official now. As the cross comes into the box, headed once by UNLV, but not clear. And a second attempt, Dairies is able to flush it out of the 6. Looked innocuous enough. It went off the head of Granados, but Granados not enough of a touch for UNLV, and it just kept going into the middle towards its intended targets. And Dairies had to come in and save the day. Top 6 in the Mountain West right now, Boise State, followed by Colorado State, New Mexico, San Diego State, Fresno State, and Colorado College. With Air Force just on the outside looking in, Wyoming and the Spartans only 2 points back of the line. So still a log jam in the middle. As after Boise State, who's on 15. The next group of teams, which is really everybody minus the bottom 2 in Utah State and UNLV, separated by just 2 wins, 6 points. Dairies goes long, looking for Bosch. The Hail Mary pass too long. Bosch trying to win it as Wilson gave up on it. Now Bosch on it for the Rebels, clipped from behind.
From behind, our kid just
and
she was gonna foul her. That's a yellow card. No?
Kristen Patterson ran in as if she was going to award, or rather give a caution to the offending Spartan. And usually when you see the center official move that demonstratively in the area of the defender or just the guilty party, it's to reach into the pocket and come out with a card. So no card issued, and just outside the 18 to Romero's right, the free kick for the Rebels.
Little Mike there, Bugs. I let her know. I did.
Played in, and UNLV ties it. Bullet of a cross meets bullet of a header. We're tied at 1. That was rifled by Balu on the free kick. And in the middle, UNLV, no mistake, knocking it in. We're even. Malika Marcum with her first goal as a Rebel brings things even. Marcum, just the target player in the middle.
In the 55th minute.
Whacks one in with her head and we're even. And all of a sudden the momentum on the two benches has completely shifted. We are privileged to be on the scorers table right between the two sides on their benches in their dugout areas. And
number 12.
well, all the noise was coming from our left earlier, and now it's all coming from the right where the Rebels sit. UNLV 1, San Jose State 1. Now the Spartans have to recover. Last time the Spartans played in a match with multiple goals, they trailed Colorado State by a 2-0 score. As the Spartans will go to the corner flag for an opportunity. Looking to retake the lead. It's played low and chipped off the outside of the net. Looking front post. And it was Alexis Jackson who clipped it. But the Spartans trailed 2-0 to Colorado State last time out. They were able to get one back, but ultimately fell by a 2-1 scoreline. Last time the Spartans scored first here in San Jose, it was a lead over Portland way back on September the 20th. Nearly a month ago, Spartans led 1-0. Portland tied it with just 3.5 minutes left in the second half, and then won it 3 minutes into overtime. It was a crucial 6 minutes. Of course, it didn't matter as much as this one does. This one mattering more for the purposes of conference play and conference standings. And I think the math would be as such that if the Spartans aren't able to get at least 4 points from this weekend, if not a full 6, that then at that point with just 3 to play would make it very difficult for the reigning conference tournament champions to return to the conference tournament in 2019. Spartans have a chance to respond. Still more than a half hour to play in regulation, even at 1. Balu wide to Dairies. Back to the middle. Played onside to Dairies, who's all alone with a bunch of space. Into the middle, head of the way. There was nobody there but Phoebe Raposa. And Raposa gets it free. Bosch dispossessed, and then a foul on the second attempt.
Go in! Go in! Go score!
And you just kind of get the feeling that if there's another goal in regulation, it's going to come real soon, and quite possibly for the team in red. Rebels scored the tying goal 5 minutes ago and have kept the pressure on since, and really the whole second half has been a high pressure situation for the Spartan defense as this free kick sails over the goal. Balu too much on it. Opportunity for UNLV as Pollard got in front of that ball, and then her shot deflected wide. an hour old here in San Jose. Spartans 1, Rebels 1. On the Spartan Digital Network. Appreciate you tuning in to us tonight. Different medium than usual. Same wonderful Spartan products. A cool evening in San Jose. The skies are clear. It's a little chilly. Currently sitting at 58. Wind over the last half hour, though, has died down considerably. And it is a very humid night, uncharacteristic for Northern California. And when the wind was blowing half hour to an hour ago, it was gusts of 25 to 30 miles an hour. As Romero forced to play this one after a soft touch by her center back, Jada Wilson. Looking for a Roscoe on the goal kick. And UNLV pouncing on it and back on it for a moment. Spartans will try to build again. Raposa trots it forward. Alexis Jackson. Jackson loses her footing, stepped on the ball with her right foot and just fell to the turf. It's back in on Romero again. Busy weekend for San Jose State athletics. Spartan volleyball finished their match a little while ago. Swept tonight at the hands of the Lady Rebels, of the Rebels volleyball team. Volleyball also in action again Saturday. Spartan women's soccer will play Sunday here against Nevada. And San Jose State football will have their homecoming this weekend, Saturday night, or Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock, hosting San Diego State. Opportunity for Jamilix Becerra, who lets it rip, and it goes off a block right in front of her. Becerra didn't really have the time to load up as much as she did. Quality of opportunity probably not as great as it would have been otherwise. Roscoe coming forward. Plays it through the middle looking for somebody. Becerra was on the far left flank. Jamiroquai on the far right. Nobody in the middle where the pass went. Roscoe looking for Jamiroquai. Jamiroquai and her marker both fall to the ground. That's Gambetta. And Jamiroquai had a crack at the ball and got the arm of Gambetta on the foul. Subs waiting on both sides. A pair for UNLV and just one for the Spartans. James across midfield with the pass. Becerra able to turn, now a little bit of space. Looking for a Roscoe, and it's through to Dairies. Up the flank, but there's Wilson. And Romero will make that touch instead. Roscoe Going inside out on Dairies, still on it. Sends it into the 6, but the only player there for it is the keeper, and Sevilla picks it up. Subs waiting patiently to enter. Gabriela Hurtado has been standing on the sideline next to the 4th official for about 5 minutes. Jackson on the ground. Now Weidman. A hard touch, looking to seal a corner. Cleared away, and now some subs.
Next one.
Hurtado in for the Spartans. Noguez and Sullivan in for UNLV. Jackson out for San Jose State.
Back in for number 23, Robin Pollard. And number 11, Jaden Noguez back in for number 15, Catalina Villegas.
Villegas and Pollard out of the match for UNLV.
For the Spartans, number 9, Gabriela Hurtado's back in.
Weidman a swing, and she misses and slides onto her back. Now one more change as Izzy Perez will re-enter.
For UNLV, number 27, Izzy Perez back in. For number 18, Ariana Reyes.
Reyes out of the match. Spartans looking to turn the tides the last few minutes. After the UNLV equalizer, the Rebels kept the pressure on for about 5 or 6 minutes, and since the hour mark, pretty much, the Spartans have taken back over. Hurtado on the ground to Jamiroquai. Taken away, Dairies. Wilson nods it backwards, where Romero, a little bit of a misplay, came forward for it, and boy, that was almost a disaster storyline as Romero on the edge of the 18 came out and then saw that her angle wasn't very good and had to scramble backwards. McKenna Sullivan putting some extra pressure on.
Lourdes, to your right, Lourdes.
And the Spartans happy to avoid that. Even though there are still more than 20 minutes to play, anything of that nature would be nearly catastrophic. Throw comes in, Jamiroquai able to make the pass before it's cleared away, but fell down in the process. And another throw for SJSU. Throw is intercepted by a head. But it's out for a Rebel throw. There's a good contingent of Rebel fans and family here. They are doing just a 3-hour trip this weekend down to Fresno.
Gonna drop Darius.
After tonight's match, the soccer team has tomorrow and Saturday before needing to be in the San Joaquin Valley on Sunday. Into the box, headed up by Orozco. Went the wrong direction though. And the recovery by Jamiroquai is cleared out onto the Rebel bench. And tonight, at least, joining the UNLV women's soccer fan group, the volleyball squad. Although volleyball, after tonight, will head to Reno, take on Nevada on Saturday, or for those of you with a UNLV tint, UNR
One more big one, 4.
We like to welcome all sides.
Good. Katie! Fine.
But just as in San Jose, we
Katie, to your right.
look at anything that Fresno State does positively as kind of a blow against all of us.
Stop, Darius!
That's what it is with Las Vegas and Reno when it comes to college athletics. Opportunity for the Spartans. Sevilla, fingertips down, able to stop it. And they'll say that went out. Sevilla trying to just pluck that one off the goal line to her right.
Here comes a corner
And
kick
it's a
for
corner
San
kick.
Jose.
And boy, if the Spartans can convert this, what a
And for your Spartan,
mistake
number
that could be.
16, Leola Amanoni is in.
Amanoni back in for the Spartans, played her first minutes of 2019 in the end of the first half. Orozco out. And Amanoni looking to make a difference, takes her spot at the top of the box. Cross comes in, punched away by the keeper. Raposa sends it back into the mix. Though there's Dairies, and it'll come out to the middle and skip beyond. Becerra spinning around, trying to get past her defender, Bosch. Gets it to Jamiroquai. Trying to switch to Amanoni, but it's Dairies. And now Perez. Izzy Perez gets past a slipping Reed. That pass taken away. The pass is getting a little long here for both sides in the second half. We saw UNLV try to really go for the home run ball quite a bit. In the first 20 minutes especially. And when those passes got shorter and the possession got longer between passes, that's when the Rebels really started to see some progress. Weidman tripped up. Sent towards the middle, and last 10 minutes now, UNLV playing on their heels. Romero trying to keep the pressure on, plays it on the ground for Raposa.
Step up! Step up! America, step up!
Weidman tried to play through to Amanoni. Shots 9-7 overall. And in the second half, each side with 2. But the Rebels with the important shot and shot on target that went in. Bosch weaving her way through the midfield. Out wide for Sullivan. Sullivan chips it towards the box over the head of Noguez.
Play again, Katie.
But held by the Rebels. Now wide to Sullivan again. All the way across once more, nobody there. And it'll go out harmlessly for a goal kick for Romero.
Get off, Fred.
1-1 the score. Jamiroquai in the 8th. Malika Marcum in the 55th.
Lourdes.
Wind beginning to pick back up, and
Just let the game develop, right?
goosebumps all around. Not yet for high drama, just because it's cold. Amanoni keeps the ball after a tackle attempt. Weidman turns it over. Gambetta up the left side, too strong. And a Spartan substitution, Carly Potteroff back in.
Back in for San Jose State, number 7, Carly Potter off for number 10, Sabrina Weidman.
Sabrina Weidman will sit, and
Hey, tight, come on.
Weidman unable to build on her team-leading 3 goals.
Find Jaden there, maybe.
Just 1 shot off target tonight.
Water.
Lourdes Bosch
Play it.
tripped up by Hurtado, and
How many days on that kid?
Katie Balu
It's been like,
redoing the laces on her right boot. Assuredly, it will be her to take this kick from a dangerous spot on the field. It was Balu's service that put the Spartans and Rebels on level pegging earlier in this half. Now Balu
hey,
in a spot just outside the 18 to give
come to follow.
UNLV their first lead. She'll try right at goal. Romero, the save as she hangs on to it.
Hey.
That one had very little spin and just kind of knuckled away into the right of Romero, who was able to track it over the wall, a 6-player wall. The boot turned over, but Noguez can't hold on to it. Now the Spartans looking to build on a counter. Zamanoni, one strong touch. Nobody was running. But Romero keeps this match 1-1.
Get in, Lourdes.
Dairies up the left, looking for Sullivan. Wilson,
That's on it.
while trying to shield Sullivan. Well, they'll say that was McKenna Sullivan who touched that last. We don't have the best angle from here, but didn't necessarily look that way, but that's why they don't give us the flags. Bosch has it. Wilson clears it away, and now we'll give chase. Keep it from rolling out. It was just going to be a throw as she chips it up the side. Now it is a throw for Dairies. Triggered back in quickly. Lourdes Bosch starting to make her presence felt here in the second half. Hasn't gotten a shot off, but has been crafty. Just sliding in and out of defense in the middle and the sides. Now Becerra trying to do the same thing the other way. Feeds the trailing Potter off. Can't get a shot off. Shot coming from Nava, and it's an easy one for Sevilla to handle. Nava kind of swung over top that ball, and it stayed on the ground. A soft rolling worm burner towards goal. Sevilla able to grab it.
Open up!
Both these teams needing a win. Rebels looking for their second straight victory as Bosch, trying to cut to the inside, loses her footing.
Weak side. Izzy!
Hurtado hanging on to it, marked by Balu. Turns it over to Gambetta,
Time!
and then up into the middle. Noguez, Bosch, now Sullivan. And McKenna Sullivan has tried a bunch of service, and everything off of her foot has really looked the same the last few minutes. Going back post, and nobody has been there every time. But Sullivan has been given way too much space on that left flank. Now Poneroff lays it off to the corner. Gets it back on a back heel. Service towards middle. Knocked down by Dairies. As Amanoni was lurking. James too strong with her swing. And there for the pickup is Sevilla. 80th minute in San Jose. 1-1 is our score. As Gambetta tripped up by Amanoni. I've yet to see a card issued in this match.
We got 16, yellow.
16 yellow.
Oh, and there it is. It was very quickly flashed out of the pocket of Patterson. And now it's officially shown to Amanoni. So Amanoni, first match of the 2019 season. She finds herself on the score sheet, but also in the officials' book, as Gabriela Hurtado may quickly join her here.
Spartan yellow, 16 Amanoni in the 80th.
Going up for the ball with Balu, and Hurtado knocks Balu to the ground and receives just a conversation from Patterson.
Coach, I heard your point. We'll move on.
Yeah. Hey, ask for it, ask for it.
Run off, Jay! Fucking ball! Katie by the ref!
Sevilla will take this free kick following the Hurtado foul. Cleared away once and then in full by the Spartans. As Jamiroquai gets a header, goes to chase. Now plays it forward as Becerra will give a run to it. But it ends up in the box first.
Lourdes!
Take her!
Bosch past Reed,
Yeah, Cat, not so
Sullivan,
bad.
and it's picked up by Romero.
Until she gets back, come on!
The attack narrowing for each side here. I think it just straight up the middle. Potteroff back to midfield. 1-2 with James. Potteroff plays it out.
For UNLV,
And now some
number
substitutions.
28.
Jenny Roscoe, Sabrina Weidman back in for San Jose State.
For number 7.
As Hurtado and Amanoni check
San
out.
Jose State, number 10. Sabrina Weidman back in.
Casso back in for UNLV.
Number 5.
as
Jenny
Sullivan
Roscoe back in for number
will sit.
21. Darian Reed.
So be wary of both 24 and 28 for UNLV. 5 goals between the two freshmen.
Defend this, Jaden!
Weidman, the big bopper for San Jose State, with 3 markers. 1 from the penalty spot.
Go side of four! Go side of four!
Back in there for San Jose State.
Side of hers. Come on, come on!
Step up!
Amanoni. Thought Amanoni was coming out of the match. It was Darian Reed who took the seat. So Amanoni moves back to the back line in Reed's absence. Jamiroquai still playing up top for the Spartans, where she has all night. James looking for a Roscoe, gets a head on it, and it'll go out of play. 83rd minute, 1-1. Spartans scored to take the lead in the 8th minute. UNLV tied it in the 55th. Both sides, since that tying marker, have pressed for the go-ahead goal. Foul called against the Spartans. It was a set piece from the side that tied things up for the Rebels. Balu standing over it as she has all night. To the edge of the 18, a shot deflected high, and it's out for a corner. So the Rebels still threatening here as we get towards the end of the second half. And overtime potentially looming. First, the Spartans have to survive this. Outswinger, header up, and it's over the goal. Boy, in this second half, seems like the best opportunities that UNLV has had at goal have come from the sides. A couple corner kicks, and the one that struck Paydirt from outside the box to Romero's right found the head of Malika Marcum. Vegas comes way out to play it, and a collision as Weidman was looking down at the ball, didn't see the keeper Vilayet, Sevilla, and Weidman will see yellow. I thought that was Sabrina Weidman who bowled into the keeper, Sevilla. But the yellow shown to Jamiroquai Becerra. Now Becerra on it again, plays it to Orozco. Jenny Orozco towards the middle. Jamiroquai can't get a swing, sends it towards goal, and it's cleared away off the back line.
Spartan yellow in the 85th minute to number 23,
UNLV looking for the counterattack. It's knocked out.
In the 85th.
Bosch. Casso. Taken away. Yeah, Nava moving it forward. Out wide for Amanoni. Slid out from underneath her by Bosch. Amanoni returns the favor and commits the foul.
That's my bad. Hey, she finally hit one good, right?
For Amanoni playing on a yellow. Bit of a risky tackle. 86th minute, tied at 1. Balu will just have a go straight at goal. And Romero forced to a little bit of work. Header won by Balu. Amanoni, not a great header. And it's out for a Rebel throw right in front of the San Jose State bench. Bosch past the swinging feet of Amanoni. Casso into the 6. Looking for a turn. Back to Bosch, who will shoot it, and it goes over. Again, the opportunity is for UNLV starting out wide. And then service in is when things get a little hairy for the Spartans. And it was the freshman duo, Bosch and Casso. Goal kick sends the Spartans scrambling defensively again.
Go ahead, Lourdes, Lourdes!
Roscoe finally gains possession for the Spartans. Jamiroquai thought she played it off of Gambetta. But the AR Marquand Wilsey says no. It's a UNLV throw. Just under 3 minutes to play in the second half. Noguez shields off Orozco. Amanoni bumps Bosch, and it's cleared away towards the fourth official, who sounds the horn for a substitution. Amanoni out, Darian Reed
back in.
back in.
Number 16, Leola Amanoni.
Come on, Lourdes. Hey, you good? You good?
Yes. A rough challenge, a combination of Weidman and Lourdes Bosch, and we got to do some quality checks to make sure we're all okay here, right on the scores table. Lourdes Bosch game, and
Yeah, we'll fix it.
well, we do have ringside seats here, but
Sorry, guys. I need 30 seconds back.
30 seconds back. Off. Or 88,
Off.
30.
Downwards. 87,
Should be 87 and
52.
yeah. Actually,
87, 52. 87, 52.
so
Yeah.
I think we've done our check. Everything is still good here. Some time is coming off the clock, though, from the last clock stoppage. Well, I think that's got to be the next step. We bring you the broadcasts live. They are also archived. We bring you live video and audio. And the next step, the next time we get somebody that comes crashing into our broadcast area, we'll bring that into your homes. Not sure how we'll figure that out.
Wait for it to hit it, please.
But we'll try to do that. That's the extra dimension.
88th minute to number 10, Sabrina Weidman.
Second ball, Katie!
San Jose State yellow, 10 Weidman.
As Weidman got the yellow for that challenge on Bosch. So 3 Spartans playing with cautions. Weidman, Becerra, and Amanoni. The last of which out of the match by way of substitution. Becerra weaving back to the outside. Reed looking to get to a pass, but it's cleared away. Spartans really just trying to stem this attack from UNLV, which has been going for the better part of this second half. It's already led to 1 goal. And a couple frightening moments for the Spartan backline and keeper. Now the Spartans with just 1 minute to play in regulation.
1 minute remaining in the half, 1 minute.
It's easily on Sevilla. Weidman wins it back to Nava, taken away. Raposo play it back to Ariana Romero, who clears it well away from her goal. Under 30 to play. Spartans clear it away once more. I think that's probably the outlook for the rest of this half. Just wait until
10, 9,
overtime to try and craft something more than
5,
just
4,
swings
3,
at the ball that go out of
2,
play.
1.
And the horn will sound, signaling the end of the second half.
It is San Jose State.
So the Spartans were able to get a goal in the first half. UNLV calls with one of their own, Malika Marcum, off of a Katie Balu free kick in the 55th minute. And we are headed for extra time.
Scores in the 20 minutes.
Spartans 1, UNLV 1. Overtime, number 1 coming up in a moment. Welcome back to Spartan Soccer Complex in San Jose. Ready for the start of overtime number 1. San Jose State and UNLV both looking for a win, and at the very least, both looking for points. And that will only come after another 20 minutes of scoreless soccer. The next goal wins. San Jose State playing overtime for the 6th time this season. Last overtime match for the Spartans was a scoreless draw in Laramie on October the 11th, last Friday. Spartans have one overtime winner. That was at home against Utah Valley back on September 6th, and an overtime loss on September 20th at home to Portland. 2 other draws for the Spartans were scoreless against Cal Poly and at UC Santa Barbara. For UNLV, they're playing overtime for the 3rd time this year. They have lost each of their 2 previous overtime matches, a 1-0 loss at home to Utah State and a 2-1 loss at home to Air Force. So Spartans and Rebels will be going the same direction they did in the second half. San Jose State will
once again, this will be 2 10-minute
kick off to start the first half of overtime. And it is golden goal if we have one. Match can't end without another goal, but only after another 20 minutes. UNLV pretty much had control of that second half. Spartans did offer a couple shots on, but UNLV had the shot advantage 6-3 in that second half. Here's the first opportunity. Dairies into the middle. It's loose on the ground. Romero is able to grab it. There's a bunch of traffic in front of Ariana Romero, and somehow it found her gloves. That was dangerous very quickly. Weidman in the middle. Spartans, their 1 overtime win this year against Utah Valley. That was a Jamiroquai Becerra goal, the first goal she scored this season. Here's UNLV shot, it goes wide. Deflected off of Raposa. And this may as well just be a continuation of the second half. The Rebels pressing, asking questions early here in OT number 1. Service comes in. Romero punches it once, and then it's cleared away by Raposa to the edge of the 18. Now Dairies spinning, trying to find some space to trigger off something. Can't do it. Becerra carries it towards the middle. Gambetta seals it away. And UNLV brings it in their own half to try and build another attack. Spartans turn it over. Potteroff, Jamiroquai. Now Nava towards goal, and it goes behind.
For your Spartans, number 9.
First change in overtime. Weidman out, Hurtado in for San Jose State. Roscoe looking to shed the much taller Noguez and does. Jamiroquai touches it back to Hurtado. Goes at goal, skips in, and there's Sevilla for the save. Nothing too technical about that shot, just a crack at it, and it hopped a couple times, but the green-clad keeper able to settle it in. Rebels looking to win for the first time over San Jose State since 2015. Spartans have won the last 3 over UNLV. The last time these teams played on this field, the only time these teams played on this field previously, Spartans came from a 2-0 deficit to win 3-2. Rebels looking to return the favor, having trailed 1-0 in this match for about 45 to 50 minutes. It was just under 50 minutes.
Alyssa, stay out of that on the throw. Stay higher.
Sent towards the middle. Becerra pulls it down. Can't get a good shot, though. She was hassled the whole way. Sevilla's boot goes right to Hurtado. The Spartans starting to churn something forward again. Becerra wide to Potteroff. Potteroff towards goal, and it goes behind. First 2 minutes of OT were all UNLV. Spartans have been able to keep the ball in the attacking half since that moment. As Raposa plays it off a Rebel leg and out. Reed will throw into Hurtado. Hurtado through the middle. Becerra gets it back to Gabriela Hurtado. Looking for Jamiroquai, can't connect. Reed will throw into Orozco. And a soft pass taken away by Bosch, who's then knocked over by Orozco with the tackle. Orozco off of Balu looking for Becerra. Becerra into the corner for Potteroff. Potteroff towards goal, and it just skips through the 6-yard area and out for a goal kick. Carly Potteroff looking to capture all 3 points there and came within a few feet. Was a perfect build, but ultimately not the finish desired. Pose it back to her keeper. And Romero, a back spinning boot to midfield. Orozco stolen away by Dairies, and here come the Rebels again. Past Raposa, and it's picked up by Romero. Potteroff has a go, and there is Sevilla to pick it up. 2.5 minutes remaining in the first overtime period. Should we go 10 without a goal, the sides will be switched, and then 10 more minutes to be played. Towards goal, but knocked away by Reed. Dairies now. And Reed gets to that one too.
Wide again. Ball, Darian.
Gambetta chipped forward for Bosch.
Gotta go inside.
And there once again is
Go ahead, me.
Darian Reed.
Lourdes, face the ball.
Reed will throw in to Orozco. 90 seconds to play in the first overtime. Orozco can't get past Balu.
Come on, Katie.
Potteroff tried to back heel past a Rebel defender and then just
Overtime, 1 minute.
had her in her way and bowled past her. Spartans maybe with the last chance here in the first overtime. Hurtado again with the left foot this time and stays on the ground, and Sevilla makes the save.
Get up! You guys have to get up faster!
One by Casso and a foul as Nava collides with Bosch. And the Rebels scrambling to try and get the last opportunity here in the first OT.
Stay wide, Eddie.
10, 9,
Goes into the box, headed away by Wilson.
6, 5,
Potteroff knocks it towards the touchline. Will clear it beyond the fencing on the outside of the touchline for good measure. And that's the end of the first overtime. So the Spartans get a couple opportunities, but ultimately neither side able to score. And halfway through overtime, we're still deadlocked at 1. San Jose State 1, UNLV 1. Second half of overtime coming up on the Spartan Digital Network.
Yeah. So 19 checked in.
Welcome back to San Jose for the completion of this match. And, well, it's a completion. We'll either have a goal in the next 10 minutes or a 1-1 draw. Spartans scored in the 8th minute. Kristen Jamiroquai gave San Jose State the lead on a flick header. Malika Marcum tied things with the header of her own on a Balu free kick in the 55th for UNLV. Reyes plays it out wide for Josie DeCunzo, and DeCunzo's opportunity just goes into the box, easily taken by Romero. Jamiroquai nods it forward gently, and with pressure coming by Maddie Toomer, it's cleared out for a Spartan throw. Maddie Toomer came in right before the end of that first overtime. Sent in as it's headed once, and Sevilla forced into action to take that away from where Kristen Jamiroquai was standing but was tied up. Final from earlier tonight, Fresno State 2-0 win over Nevada. So the Wolfpack stay on 6 points, now 2-5 before they come into San Jose on Sunday for a matchup with the Spartans. Fresno State now 4-2-1 on 13 points. And potentially could move up into second place, depending on how everything else shakes out. As Romero forced to play a dangerous ball put on her by Raposa. Out for a Rebel throw. Spartans need a win as this one comes into the box. Chipped once off a body or an arm or something. UNLV calling for a handball. I think that was Raposa who bodied it towards her keeper Romero. But it stays out. The UNLV bench was ready to explode as that one was dangerously dancing around the 6-yard box. Spartans currently with 7 points. A win would bring them back into the thick of things. A draw or a loss would keep them on the outside of the party looking in. Here's Becerra, has a go right into the feet of Dairies. And out for a Spartan throw. Headed towards the middle, Potteroff had some space but couldn't get to it. Now back to James, towards goal. Hurtado a swing, that's blocked.
Get out, Casso!
And the Rebels back to the middle. Casso.
Page, Lourdes! Page, Katie!
Slips. Balu the free kick. Up the left side to Dairies. 6 minutes to play. Skips in, and everybody was either in the middle or going back post, and the service went into the front portion. James plays it down. Jamiroquai hops over a tackle. Forward looking for Becerra. Sevilla gets there first.
Higher, Jaden!
America, step up!
Ari,
America, get up! Julian, get up! Get up!
Just over 5 to play. Paige Dairies to her left.
Katie, talk!
Casso weaving. Dairies towards goal, and there's Romero.
Paige, work back! Paige, work back!
Boots it away quickly, halfway through overtime number 2. Rebels looking for their first win in overtime this year. Spartans looking for their second in 6 tries.
For San Jose State, number 5, Jamiroquai back in.
Toomer out, Orozco back in for San Jose State.
Matty Toomer.
Throw-in goes to Jamiroquai, the goal scorer. Feeds Hurtado. Clipped from behind. Spartans keep possession.
Move your feet, Jay. Move your feet.
James. Service goes in, looking for Jamiroquai, and it's over her head to Sevilla.
Push, Red, push. Higher, Malcolm.
Nava to the goal kick. Reed sweeps it forward, taken away.
Get the shape, Meeks. Down the middle, Katie. Carry it. Get with the line.
Orozco. Cutting towards the middle. Look to play it across there. It's deflected, and it does get across to James. James. Shot that, the way it spun towards the end line, at least, it looked like it was deflected, but I think just not clean contact on the strike. Low goal kick, moved forward by Dairies. Bosch upended from behind, and Darren Reed, I think, is going to see a card here. And yellow shown to Reed. Fourth yellow issued to a Spartan in this match.
Issued to number 21.
Amanoni, Becerra, Weidman.
San Jose State yellow, 21.
And now Reed.
107th.
Free kick into the box. Romero punches it down. A Rebel had it for a moment, and Noguez is down behind the play. And the whistle blows.
Foul on the keeper.
So Spartans will get the ball after the restart. Just a couple minutes to play. Nava on the ground, can't connect.
Get up! Quickly! Quickly! Toss out, run!
Reed plays it out. Thrown in quickly to Casso. Becerra cuts out a pass with her head. Potter off. Jamiroquai, and not a good return pass. Jamiroquai slipping on the grass. It is cold, it is not wet. The air is damp, but the grass very dry. I have seen lots of players lose their footing though.
Turn!
2 minutes to play. Reyes streaking forward to the right side. Casso towards the middle, sent towards goal, knocked away by a tackle from behind, and the Spartans keep it out.
Stop it.
And behind the play, whoever made that game-saving tackle for the Spartans is down. But my goodness, a sneeze could have knocked that one in with how close it was to the goal line. And a game-saving tackle from behind to sweep that ball free. The Rebel bench was up and moments from being shot out of a cannon onto the field. And the Spartans keep that ball from crossing the line by any means necessary. I believe that's Darian Reed who's down. And with whatever knocks that come along with playing in this game in general, have to think are magnified a little bit by the air temperature. Cold night, something stiffens up rather quickly. Reed still being attended to in the 6-yard box. Darian Reed still being looked at. Alex Marquand will see the AR over to check, along with a couple members of the Spartan coaching staff. And Reed now helped back to her feet.
Number 21, Darian Reed, being assisted on the field.
So she's able to walk off. And we will have a substitution with 89 seconds to play. Sabrina Weidman
In for San Jose.
checks back in. And not sure if you could hear over the crowd mic in that break, but the Spartans making a tactical change. I think regardless of Reed coming out of the match. But these final 90 seconds or so, 89 seconds will be played with just 3 in the back. James, Raposa, and Wilson. And right away that'll be tested after the header. Down with it is Bosch, looking to pass it through, and the back line survives. Nava clears it off of Noguez and out.
1 minute remaining.
And it will be a Spartan throw. Noguez ran over as if it was going to be hers. Into Becerra, chipped forward. Jamiroquai will give chase, but it's won by Gambetta. And cleared away by Sevilla. Roscoe wins the first header. The second ball taken by UNLV. 30 seconds to play. DeCunzo into the box, over the head of the intended target, Queso. And Caso's still with it, or rather UNLV's still with it. Caso waiting for it. Bosch sets up a shot, doesn't come. DeCunzo cleared away. And the countdown will begin. Maybe one chance for the Spartans if they hurry. Jamiroquai clears it onto the Rebel bench off a leg. And that will do it for this one. So the Spartans score first. UNLV scores last, but each team scores once. And the final score line, UNLV comes into town and takes a point with them. San Jose State 1, UNLV 1. Kristen Jamiroquai with the goal for the Spartans in the 8th minute. Malika Marcum with the goal in the 55th. And neither side able to find a second one tonight, as this one ends even at 1. UNLV goes to 4-10-1 on the year, 1-5-1 in conference action. They get their 4th point in league play. They now have positive results in each of their last 2 matches. A 2-0 win over Colorado College last Sunday, and now the draw tonight. The Spartans 4-7-4. 2-3-2 in league play. They now have 8 points. And they will look for a win on Sunday with next day play at home to Nevada. UNLV will head down to Fresno and take on the Bulldogs Sunday afternoon as well. Spartans now on 8 points. It puts them ahead of Wyoming for the time being for the 8th spot, but still behind Air Force and Colorado College, sitting on that 9-point marker. I'd like to thank you for tuning in tonight for this Spartan Digital Network broadcast on YouTube, a new try of ours. We appreciate you tuning in and hope that you will join us when next we talk to you for women's soccer. It will be Sunday, a noon kickoff against Nevada. We'll be back on the Mountain West Network then, but check out sjsuspartans.com for full information on where we will be broadcasting, because we might be on YouTube again. Who knows? But for tonight, for Justin Allegri, I'm Jess Canaster. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night. Final score one last time. San Jose State 1, UNLV 1.